Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are joining us for stage 7. I like that, the opening comment from Andrew Portal's side. Anyone would think I don't work, I'm just watching rallies all day. You have managed to tune in for most of the live streams, Andrew. Although on a 12-hour shift, I suppose you need a fair few breaks, don't you? We are actually joined on stage 7 by, oh dearie me, have I just stood up right in front of the camera there? That was almost disastrous. Nobody wants my face popping up that close. Dearie me. Don't know what you're laughing at. We are joined by Sean Cunniff. Sean has been chatting with Damien Cole today. Unfortunately, the ups and downs of rallying, you had more downs today than ups, didn't you?
Yeah, we had today was all about confidence building for Damien after the nasty off of Epping. So yeah, he said, do you fancy it? I said, yeah, let's do it. So it was just a bit of confidence building. Unfortunately, we lost the brakes at a very high speed this morning, so that didn't do the confidence any well, so he's decided to go home.
Yeah. Don't blame him. Yeah, when that text came through this morning, I thought, oh no, and then you thought that you got it sorted, didn't you? And then as you went straight on flying past us at the top hairpin there on stage 3, I believe that was.
Yeah, 3.
Stage 3. Yeah, that's not what you want, is it? When it's when you don't have confidence in the brakes of the car. That's a fairly big one.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're coming at the back end of the circuit at about 107 mile an hour. The pedal was literally on the floor and the handbrake wasn't doing anything. And he said straight away, he said to me, turn it off stage mode. I'm not doing it anymore, he says. So we just twiddled around and coming down to you, we were just twiddling and yeah, we couldn't stop, so we had to carry on home anyway, so it's not far.
I know, yeah, so unlike some of us here, you don't have a 4-hour journey home, do you?
No, I have about 8 minutes home today, so yeah. I don't know where the sun's just gone. I have to come up here now and it's all the clouds have come in, so I don't know. Did I say something wrong or?
We blame you. It's been glorious all day. You come up to join us and you've brought the fog.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
But no, it's I can't get over how many cars have retired from the morning and the afternoon loop, so it's a bit of a who's going to win the rally. I think it's survival of the fittest, but I think this is your leading car now. I just don't know who's leading, to be fair. There's that many retirements, I just can't keep up with it. But yeah, we're okay. I'll just have a look at some results in a minute.
Well, we had a thing on stage 1 this morning, and we said, right, what's your top 3 going to be? Let's make a prediction for the top 3. And most people's suggestions, there's actually only 1 car still running out of those 3 suggestions. Now that's an emotional roller coaster of a day, isn't it? I was saying the cars are clearly in shock that it's been this hot at Anglesey, and they're just like, no, not for me, thanks.
There's nothing wrong with the Anglesey weather. If you want to check the Anglesey weather, you just check the Irish weather, and then we get whatever they have, really. But no, we had a tiny bit of rain yesterday for the first time in about 4 weeks. So yeah, for the first time I'm standing on the top of Anglesey in a pair of shorts on the circuit rally.
With a rather spectacular t-shirt tan, can I also just point that out? I know, ladies and gentlemen, you can't see it, however, it is quite extraordinary, I'm not going to lie.
There was no need for that, was there?
Had to. Couldn't resist.
Could take my jumper back off then, but I'm not now. Stay on.
I think that's the first thing I said when I saw him this morning. Like, wow, it was like he was wearing a different t-shirt.
I didn't tell you though, but no, there's still some interesting cars left. I'm not sure if there's any local boys left, to be fair. I haven't really had a chance to have a look through, but there's a lot of, especially my club members, walking around the paddock with damage declaration forms in their hand. I'm like, you too? Yep, I'm me.
It's been such a strange day, but I'm not going to lie, I have loved it. I know I've been a little bit out of the loop actually this year because I haven't been competing so much myself. However, this is the classic clubman rallying for me. There is not an R5 in sight. Sorry, that's not a dig, I promise. That was an unintentional dig. There isn't an R5 in sight, and it's anybody's game today. We said that it was a day for the Darians if it stayed nice, and it's just so good. I mean, God, we've got a Saxo in 3rd. That's actually a friend of yours, isn't it? We've got a Clio in the top 10. We've got cars that you potentially wouldn't normally see in the top 10.
No, we were talking about this down in the service area with Damien actually, and I think as well, about 6 years ago, you used to have the likes of like Matthew Roberts and Emmett Owen and stuff like that, all in their Saxos and their Peugeot 106s, and they would be all up in the top 5 all the time. So no, it's nice to see Sean Jones, a local lad from the club, doing well in his Saxo as an animal of a car, and a couple of other boys. But like you said, it's everybody has to actually fight now, and it's not just an R5 running away at the front of the field. So yeah, it's interesting to watch and keep an eye on.
It is, absolutely, and I think that's what I found the most exciting about today, is that it is a fight. There is no one particularly running away with it. You usually see like some faces in the service area and think it's probably his event today and things like that, don't you? Whereas today, you just haven't. It's all to play for, and everybody is really pushing now. And this is why we've potentially got quite a lot of retirements, because everybody is just in it to win it.
Yeah, there's a big push going along now. It's getting rather busy up here. We've got Martin, big car 24. He's progressing leaps and bounds. He hasn't done many rallies, but he's got Ian Davis next to him today. He's going really well. We've got one other club lad that just passed a minute ago, Richie and Merv. But no, it's just one of them, I guess. It's whoever gets to the finish is going to win, really, I think.
And how often do we say that? But it's been, I mean, there's been a lot of moments, and there's few that I'm really quite gutted not to be seen at the finish. Certainly that Pulsar, you haven't seen that, have you? But obviously you've known me for a long time now. We've got a Nissan Sunny sat at home in the garage. So to see that Pulsar in the Castrol colours right in front of us this morning, I got excited, because how can you not? Like, that's my childhood, that's like my family, that kind of like, it just hits a bit close to home, that, and seeing that, those were the colours that our car used to be in, and it was awesome. So I'm gutted not to see them at the finish, I'm not going to lie.
Unfortunately, I think this heat is not helping some of the older cars either. Everybody's complaining about the cars are overheating and stuff like that, but yeah, I bet it was lovely to see. I didn't get to see it this morning because I was actually rallying this morning, believe it or not. But yeah, I think I caught the quick glance of it on the trailer before. But no, there's been some. I might have had a quick glance, but there's been, unfortunately, a ridiculous amount of retirements. But yeah, it's fairing it up a little bit. There's all the top. I think there's one car still running. Is it 2 cars or 1 car still in the top 10?
One, I think.
And 1 out of the top 10. So that's car 3, is it? It's, I haven't got really words for it, but no, it's nice to have a different view. I've been driving from the bottom, come up here. It's just got pretty cold, actually.
I know. I genuinely might blame you for that all day. It has been glorious. You come up here and the fog rolls in.
Yeah.
We have managed to lose more cars, unfortunately, but it just goes to show how hard these guys are pushing now, because we actually lost Dan Poole and Chris Coombs in their Corsa on the last stage. So we saw them come past us a couple of times and they were having a really good battle with the Saxo. And just as they were coming over the jump in front of us, back down to where we were on the previous stage, they've gone down to take that 90 right back onto the circuit, just got a bit close to the tyres, they've clipped the tyres and it's just pushed them straight over. And unfortunately they have rolled. Both of them are fine, the ambulance came out, gave them a good check over, but the car doesn't look quite so great. That was Atherton's just pushing a little bit hard around that hairpin. This is the thing, everybody is pushing. It's still all to play for. Let's have a look and see if we have any results after stage 6, because the results were having a little bit of a moment. So after stage 6 then, which was last stage, because I didn't get to bring you any updates, we have Malcolm Jones in the Darien, still leading the rally. Malcolm actually has it by about 2 minutes now. So in theory, I mean, I don't want to say it because there's still a lot of stage to go, but Malcolm just needs to take it home now. And then in theory, it's his today. Bertie Morton in second. Sean Jones, your friend, in third in the Saxo. Then we've got Dave Allmark in his Escort in fourth. And you see, this is why I need you, because Welsh names, I'm adamant I've been pronouncing his name wrong all day.
What number?
Car 27.
Car 27 is May Davis.
There we go. There we go. We need a bit of Welsh up here because.
Can I hear now how you
I can't remember. I don't know, but apologies if I have insulted you throughout the day. May Davies in the Escort in fifth. Martin Rossiter in sixth. We've just seen them in that beautiful RS 1800. Tony Palfrey in the Peugeot 205 in seventh. Got another Escort of Alice Gwyn Charles in eighth. Russell Davies in his Darien in ninth, and then Richard Owen Morgans in 10th. We've got another shift around here as well, losing Dan Poole and Chris Coombs. So Kimberly Mather in that Chrysler Sunbeam Lotus is just out of the top 10 in 11th. Jonathan Jones, car number 19 in the Evo in 12th. Thank you. I wondered what you were doing.
Next one's Dyfed Pritchard. Well, Dyfed Pritchard actually is a road rally boy from around here and doesn't get out on the stage as much. He used to rally in a 1400 Nova back in the day, and he's come back out today with Janto, his old co-driver. Janto still does, well, they both still do night rallies now, but they don't do anything with the stages. And what I've seen from them down at the hairpin at the bottom there, they're going pretty well, and they're sending some big skids.
They absolutely are. It's been really, really, really good fun to watch. And then Leighton Smith in the Peugeot 205 is in 14th. But all these guys have most certainly been trying today. It has been great fun to be a part of. We've still got one stage left. Oh, So now then, you see, there's been noises like this all day that has made me a little bit nervous. However, it's all right because things have been falling out, literally falling out of engines.
Yeah, something fell out just on the jump there, and I can't work out what it is. It came up one of the escorts earlier, so
Hopefully it wasn't important.
we'll go for an investigation after. Maybe sell it back to him.
We've had holes in the side of engines. We've had gearboxes destroyed. We've had wheel nuts fly off. We've had it all today.
Sorry, I was a bit quiet there. I was just waiting for the Mark 1 escort to come through. I watched him down at that triangle, and I don't think the car was straight once. He was literally, and that's enjoyment rallying.
Yes.
You can see the both of them like giving it with their heads and sort of, yeah, we're enjoying this. But that's what I like to see.
You know what though, I think we've had a lot of that today. Those guys in that Mark 1, literally when we were down here on stage, it must have been stage 6. No, sorry, stage 5. They literally came down from this jump, absolutely flying, just tucked it in and sideways all the way around that right-hander back onto the circuit. It was awesome.
No, that's what we like to see, you know. Clubman rallying, but enjoyment as well. The sport is getting a little bit expensive now, but it's nice to see these people can still have as much fun as anybody else has really out on the stages.
Absolutely, because like you say, rallying is getting incredibly expensive. I mean, this is why I've ended up having a little bit of time out this year, just because there's things that need doing, things that we want to do, and it wasn't going down quite so well when I was spending most of my wages on hotels or rallying, really. So I had to wind it in a little bit. I know, Andrew said so. What happened to the sun? It was shining an hour ago. I agree, I blame Sean.
Still hot?
It is still warm. It's still, weirdly, my leg is really warm, but it's so cloudy, and yet it's really bright. Neil Roskell, good afternoon, Mr. Roskell. He's saying hard luck, pal.
Hi.
Yeah, he's stuck with me now, so then it's doubly hard luck. Poor Shawnee. This is stage 7. Good afternoon to Paul Walker. Thank you for joining us as well. Joe Roberts is not on stage yet. However, he was still going after stage 6. So hopefully we'll see him very, very soon. And Rob Cox, good afternoon. You were joining us, spending time, well, out of your very busy schedule. He's in Dubai, you know.
It doesn't surprise me whatsoever. He never knows where he is.
Oh, he very much knew where he was this morning when he was telling us that he was in Dubai.
Yeah, the rumour has he's given up on rallying now and he started collecting koi carp in his fish tank in the back, so I don't think he's coming back rallying anymore.
We do have the Anglesey Haze this afternoon, we absolutely do. But yeah, Rob, you are right. Mark II's smiles for miles. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. And I say this quite regularly, but Mark II's for me. And Sean will be the same because we're a similar age, so grew up watching the same people rallying, and we've had conversations about this before. We grew up watching the Mark II's and the Imprezas and stuff like that, didn't we? So when you see the Mark II's now making a bit of a comeback, over the past few years there's been more and more and more of them, and it just makes you a bit giddy again, doesn't it?
It's always good to see a Mark II escort on the lock stops, and it's just the noise, the smell, there's something different about it. Yeah, if I ever get an offer, or when the offer comes up with the Mark II's, I always take them if I'm free, because it's always you're smiling from ear to ear, and yeah, it's just brilliant. And it's not too serious either, so it's nice to have that bit of enjoyment. But there's so many escorts now, and like the old 205s, there's so many 205s.
I know.
And actually, one of these cars that are coming through is my old car.
Is it really?
Yeah, Kevin Butler. I don't even know what number he is. I think he's got that one. He's the first one through. Kevin Butler.
Let's have a look. Which one is Sean's old car?
tired as well.
No, I'm looking at the entry list. Kevin Butler, 64. Yes, it is your old car. Aww. How are you feeling watching it?
Yeah, well, he's hurt it as well. Look at the state on it. I'm upset.
He went straight into a tyre wall.
I'm upset.
I literally heard the light crunch.
Oh, poor thing. Might ask it for it back now.
Wait until he fixes that front end, then ask for it back.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems to be, right, today there is Mark 2s, Novas and 205s. I've never seen so many 205s.
No, you don't see Novas anymore, but I don't normally get to see this side of it. It's like this far back. So it's nice to see them, and everybody's giving 110%.
Absolutely. You are welcome also.
Thank you. No, but young Owen's coming through. I sat with young Owen in the Micra a couple of weeks ago in Three Sisters. He hasn't done many rallies, but he's pedaling it. He can go well. And the car's more or less standard, but he's with Uncle Chris in today with him.
Got Andy and Ian Jordan just pushing past him, going through that gate. It's skinny when you've got two cars going side by side.
Yeah, it's quite a narrow gate. People don't realise how narrow that is, especially when you come in, like the road's offset a little bit, so you actually come through through the bump, it compresses, and it just sort of throws you out a little bit, so it is a lot more narrow than you anticipate when you come into it.
Dan Poole and Chris Coombs found that out the hard way this afternoon.
Unfortunately, yes, and I do feel sorry for him because it's nice to see the battle between him and Sean as well, and he was quite chuffed earlier. He took 2 seconds here and a couple of seconds there, so I did have a chat with him earlier. But I know he's one of these that's really hard on himself if he's not doing well. But
he wouldn't even get in the recovery. He walked off on his own.
I think so. I think with which I don't know if this is a round of his championship or anything like that, but the car, he spent a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to dial that car in, and it's an animal, really.
Oh, it was absolutely going. It was awesome to watch. Don't look, yeah, just don't look.
Poor thing.
It was a tyre wall on the circuit, so you come out of here, you go right, and then there's that long left-hander, and then you come into the tyres at the other side as you're coming back in from the edge of the cliff. Yeah, he went straight into them.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It's like Joe is a local lad. Joe's in his very late 70s, so I think he's about 78. And he used to be like the boy on the road rallies. Like, he was the man to beat. He was so fast, and I didn't find out until earlier when I was talking up in the tower that the navigator in the car is his original navigator as well, back in the day. So they built the car and they're coming back for a little bit of a love. So yeah.
I said earlier on actually that Focus looks fab. It looks immaculate, and that has just made it even better. We're having a bit of a throwback. Original team back together to come out rallying, late 70s. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's good to see. He used to rally a Porsche back in the motoring news days with the road rallying. So he was a very, very quick boy to beat. So if you were beating Joe, it was good. So it's nice to see he can still be out there and have a good time and doesn't care where sort of he finishes anymore.
That's awesome. That's just made me really happy. I love that. I love stories behind rallying. And this is what I'm a bit like at a loss at this time. So normally, obviously, like, I'm competing with you all, so I kind of have a bit of an idea of what's going on. I chat to people, we like have that service area banter and stuff like that. And that for me is what it is all about. And I've missed that this year, I'm not going to lie.
No, I don't. You've gone MIA on us this year.
I have a bit, haven't I? Apologies. I've had stuff to do.
Horses come first, I guess.
No, unfortunately. A house. I want a house. I have a house, but I want a different house.
You can have a tent and a rally car instead.
Mind you, the way we're going at the minute, the house can go, and I'm just going to buy a massive wagon because I can do that now.
Yeah, big congratulations on that as well.
Thank you.
A little Sam and a big wagon.
Oh, I know, right?
I've passed beep beep.
That was pretty much the thing on Thursday. My latest suckers as I kind of rolled out of the yard. Yes, my trucker name. You're not giving me a trucker name. Absolutely not. No, we're not putting that out on the live stream either. I think that could get incredibly messy. Anyway, changing the subject swiftly from that. Stage 7, we have some times in for stage 7. Oh, it's all moved around again. Malcolm Jones leading still. He's actually increased that lead by a little bit more in that Darien. Bertie Morton in second, still holding on to that second. I don't know, because May Davies in his Escort is in third. Where is Sean? Sean is not on the results so far at all. No. However, I'm pretty sure he did come past us 3 times.
Yeah, he did.
So, not sure. However, I feel like I've said this a lot today. There's been people missing and I've been like, Certainly said that more so than usual.
It's just a glitch.
Yes.
No disrespect to May, it'd be nice to see May in the top 3 as well, but...
Yeah.
Just the quiet while we refresh.
I know, apologies. We're both not good at multitasking. But yes, there you go, Philip Roberts. You've just seen Joe. And we've had a lovely backstory from him as well. Nick Stafford, it is expensive, and the attrition rate at that venue, everything's just expensive in general. Everything. It's kind of like, do I want to rally or do I want to eat? That's kind of my thing at the minute. Yes, sorry, thank you very much for sending over those live results. I've missed that. Thank you very much to Nick for that. Thank you very much. It's lovely of you to join us, Ian Crosby. I'm joined by Sean Cunniff this afternoon. Sean has been sitting in with Damien Cole this morning. And this afternoon he's come to join me.
Multitasking today.
Absolutely multitasking. Just fancied a change of scenery, didn't you?
Yeah. Although they have been, I did help set up yesterday for a bit, and they've said to me, don't think you're getting away with set down either, so come up here to hide for a bit.
Yeah, but you know what? You've come to the area on the circuit where there is the most to dismantle.
Yeah, I know, I didn't think that one through, did I really?
No, you did not, but you know why I don't feel sorry for you?
Because you're helping?
No, because you live 8 minutes away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is.
Therefore, regardless of whether you stay here for 2 hours, 3 hours even, and dismantle all this on your own, you will still probably be home before me. Oh, there we go. Sean is on the results. There's been a turnaround of results and we've changed again. Malcolm Jones still leading, Bertie Morton in second, Sean Jones in the Saxo in third, Dave Allmark in fourth, and May Davies in fifth. Martin Rossiter in sixth. There we go. It's all kind of, we were clearly just missing a few. Panic over.
Yeah, it's just tickles me that like your top 3 is car 3, 13, 21, and then 41.
I know.
It's a bit of a crazy day.
Well, it's been strange, hasn't it? Because when you were reading off the retirement list before, it sounded like the entry list.
It did sound like the seeded list. We were discussing this out of the top 10, this one car.
Yeah.
So we've just got Malcolm Jones, car 3. So, yeah, big respect to Malcolm.
I know. Last man standing. Dear me. But it has been really, really good fun to watch. It really has. And in general, it has been a fantastic setup as well. I mean, we say it all the time, these events can't run without the volunteers behind the scenes because nobody is paid to be here at all. The incredible Orange Army who do a huge amount all the time. We've got the setup crew. I'll even include you in that. We've got the setup crew, the club behind the event, the sponsors, everything. These events would not happen without them. And I think that's actually it. I think that's it for this stage. It seems to have gone very quiet all of a sudden. So Sean's going to join us for the next stage 2, whether he likes it or not. And don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. Thank you for watching.